When we have a lot of tomato, it's good to make tomato sauce or tomato ketchup because when you make it yourself, the taste is so good. It's nothing better than that, and you know what is in there. But if you buy from the market, you don't know what's in there. So this is the recipe of Chef Yao. Chef Yao is the most active slow food activist in Thailand. She worked a lot. She dedicated herself for slow food movement. Her recipe is very simple. She need a lot of tomato. We have a lot of tomato at Pan Pan sometime. And this is banana vinegar. It's homemade banana vinegar that we made ourselves here. The next ingredient is sea salt. It's good to have non-processed sea salt. And the next thing is coconut sugar. Coconut sugar always good in everything. It gives the best flavors all the time. The fresh ingredient is a little bit of chilies, ripe chilies, and tomatoes. Wash all tomatoes very well. Then put chilies, tomatoes, and blend together. Small amount at a time. Blend everything together very well. So tomato can be any kind of tomato that we have left over, especially when we grow a lot of tomato or do seed saving, we have a lot of leftover. So we can use to make ketchup. After we blend everything together, we just put in a pot and heat it up with the medium heat and stir it some time to prevent sticking and burning at the bottom of the pot. Let it boil and stir occasionally, and we can observe when the water evaporated. It is thickener and even thicker and thicker. After that, you can see this is mean it's good enough to strain. We just pour on the strainer, and then we can strain the juice. Take only the juice as much as we can. So the tomato, there are many seeds, many skin, many things that tough. We don't need that part. So we strain it and keep only the juice at the bottom. And left over from the strainer, we will put in the blender and blend them again. We will do like this a few times to get more meat, and we want it very fine to make it look nice. If we want to make a paste, this is a good thickness for making sauce or paste. But to make the ketchup, tomato ketchup, we need to have a finer texture than this. So we just keep doing like this a few more times. When our tomato paste is fine but cannot go through the strainer easily, we can add the juice, tomato juice that we got, put it back into the paste, dilute it, so it will go through the screen easier. We can do like this a few times to get better texture. After we blend and strain many times, we will get quite nice paste like this. This is what we get. It looks very fine. And then we have to use the metal pot, and then with medium heat we will heat it up again. So you can use any pot, but the thick iron pot is quite stable heat. It can keep the heat very well. When it starts to boil, we can add the other ingredient in there. The first thing is banana vinegar. Before we add anything in there, it's good to taste it first, how it tastes like, so we can estimate, we can imagine what it will make it taste like. This is the salt from Pattani province, southern of Thailand. The salt from this province is less salty than many parts of the country. And then we use coconut sugar. You can use any sugar, but coconut sugar gives better flavors and has more nutrition in there. So that's all the ingredient that we add in the tomato ketchup. It's homemade tomato ketchup. So everything that we put in there, we know where it's come from. We know it tastes like. We don't normally measure the ingredient like normal people. We try to learn the taste of each ingredient. When it mixed together, what it will come out. So learning this way, it helps us to create a new thing more. It's good to taste it to see how do you like it or not, or you want to add something to make the taste that we want. And after the taste good, we need to check the thickness of it. So if we want a little bit thick, we boil a little bit longer. But normally we just want it a little bit run like this, because when we put in refrigerators, it will be a little bit thicker than when it's hot. This is considered good enough. That's it. This is the best tomato ketchup. Leftover fiber we don't throw away. We cook with less waste. We use as much as we can from everything. So this part we just stir fry onion, garlic with oil first. Then we will make tomato paste to eat with bread or with anything. Then add leftover tomato fiber and stir fry together until it becomes a good paste, no juice left. This is perfect paste we can eat with anything. Tastes good. That's done with all tomato, no leftover. So we need to put in the jar, put tomato sauce, tomato ketchup in the jar. The first thing is we need to boil the bottle first. Every part that we will touch our tomato need to sterilize it by dip in hot water first, and then we can fill up our tomato ketchup in the jar or in the bottles while it's still hot. When everything sterilized very well, it will help to keep our tomato ketchup last very long. We can keep for a long time after that. So this is the finished product. That's quite simple and easy. It's important to know where is our food come from and how we made it. What did we put in there? That is the way to take care of our health. This is the leftover tomato paste. It's very delicious when we eat with bread and add some mozzarella cheese in there. This is the most delicious thing to eat. Eat what we know. Eat local. Eat organic. Our eating will change our health, change the world, change our environment to make it become a good place to live. Every bite of our food can make the big change to every direction. Eat with consciousness.